Hey everyone, sorry I can't be there with you today. I'd like to spend as much time with you as possible as the end of the school year is approaching, but I'm at a doctor's appointment today, so I will not be there. However, I wanted to just briefly go over this final project that you're going to be working on. I know seniors that the senioritis is kicking in, and the last thing you probably want to do is a final project after completing the AP exam. However, I'm hoping this is beneficial for you and relevant. I'm not giving you busy work, okay? I am giving you something that is purposeful, and I think after you complete this, it will be meaningful to you, and it will benefit you. So for this project, you're going to be doing a self-reflection, right? So one of the goals of psychology is to better understand individual thoughts and behaviors. And so that is essentially what you're going to be doing here, right? You're going to be identifying things from psychology, psychological concepts, schools of psychology, and other terms that have influenced you and that hopefully will continue to influence you in the future. And so this is the compelling question that you're going to be answering. How can I use what I learned in psychology this year to improve my life? Well, there are two parts to this in order for you to be able to answer this question that you will be assessed on. So the first one is, which schools of psychology do you subscribe to most? So you're going to identify 3 of the 7 that we've looked at this year. And then you're going to explain to me how each specific school of psychology that you have selected views or judges the purpose or motivations behind human behaviors and thoughts. Then you're going to be more specific as to how these 3 perspectives shape how you understand your own behavior. Okay, so here you're going to give me an example that relates to your thoughts and your perspectives, right? So this is where you're going to have to be a little bit more specific and detailed. Next, for the second part of this project, you're going to be developing what is known as SMART goals, right? Goals that are specific, goals that are measurable, goals that are attainable, goals that are relevant, and goals that are somewhat time-based, okay? You need to think of things that are relevant to you. So there are a variety of different things here you could choose, like family relationships, maybe your morals, your ethics, your values about certain things. Maybe something in regards to your Christian faith, your walk, right, with the Lord. Maybe in regards to romance, okay? Partner goals, life partner goals, okay? Maybe giving back to the community. Maybe you have some personality goals that you want to work on. Maybe you tend to be more extroverted and you want to learn how to be a bit more introverted and introspective. Maybe you have some travel goals. Maybe you have some financial goals, right? Mental health, peer relationships, educational goals, career goals, physical fitness, so many things, okay? You may have other goals as well that you would like to choose, and that is completely okay. So you're going to choose 3 of these. And then next class, when I have you on Friday, when I see you, I'm going to sit down with each of you, and I'm going to go over these with you. And I want to know which ones you chose and why you chose them and how you plan to attain that goal. Okay. Now for the second part, you're going to be looking at these 3 items that you've chosen above and going into a bit more detail as to how you're actually going to outline these goals and eventually reach them. So I want to show you this specific this diagram here in regards to what we call SMART goals, right? So again, SMART goals are specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're relevant, and they have some sort of time duration. And while this formula is really great for setting up a clear path to achieving our goals, we also need to account the human factors in regards to the achievement of these actual goals, right? We need to be motivated to achieve them. And so if we don't have a why, and we don't have a how, we generally can't get from A to B. So we need to think about these things. And that's essentially what you're going to be doing in this project. That's the first formative task you're going to be answering here, is why is this important to you? Right? The more personal it is, the better, right? The more motivation you're probably going to have to achieve that goal. So don't be shallow when writing out your why for these goals. Be honest with yourself. Is it a superficial reason, right? Or is it a deep, meaningful reason? The less superficial it is, right, the more you're probably going to get out of this in the long run. All right, so for your next formative task, you're going to be applying the psychological concepts to your goal, right? So you'll pick 2 psychological concepts per goal, right? And so, like, if I'm trying to improve in something related to maybe my personality, right, in regards to my introversion or extroversion, I will then give a definition in my own words, right, not the textbook's words, but in my own words. And then I will also apply another term here, like free trade theory. So in this example, I'm now going to be applying these specific psychological concepts to my life, right? And you can read through this, but if you read through this, you'll see I'm talking about my relationship with my wife, life partner goals. But I'm also talking about my personality. So, this could be related to either or. And then for this next portion here, task B, you're going to discuss a detailed list as to how you will take action on this goal, right? So you can see here I've given some specific examples, right? I will compromise with my wife and carve out time for hosting up to 3 dinner parties each month. I will help write up a list of people that Catherine and I would like to invite over for dinner. I will help develop a menu plan with Catherine that includes 5 different dishes to cook for our guests. I will make a playlist on Spotify, right? All of these things include a detailed list as to how I'm actually going to reach this goal, step by step, right? Putting it into action. And then lastly, it's always important to look at, possible complicating factors that might come up, because life happens. So what are you going to do about it? And then you'll also give here your timeline as to when you plan to reach this goal, right? As we talked about here, how this is an important aspect to setting a clear path to achieving your goal, having a duration. So after you do all of this, you will now then have answered this compelling question. How can I use what I learned in psychology this year to improve my life? And then you will design a visual element. This could be a slideshow, it could be a poster, but I would let's just stick to these, slideshow or poster, and you'll include all this information above. And then this is your grading rubric, which you can look over. It's a total of 22 points. You've got a detailed step-by-step guideline as to where all these points are coming from. So I'm not going to go over all this in the video. It's pretty straightforward. I hope you guys enjoy this. I will again talk about these goals with you on Friday when I see you again. But remember that setting goals is important. It helps trigger new behaviors. It helps guide our focus. It helps sustain this momentum that we seek to achieve in life. And if we don't manage what we don't measure, then we will never improve that which we don't properly manage. So setting goals is very important into developing who you become. Okay? All right. Enjoy this. I'll see you guys on Friday.